Things have not gone to plan this morning. I've just woken up at 7:22. I got 40 minutes until we start the ride this morning. I set my alarm for 6:15. Obviously the body didn't want to get up. So this happens a lot when I start getting back into training. Because I guess my body's like, it's getting slightly more tired every day, and it's like readjusting to me getting back on the bike. So I did sleep for 8.5 hours last night, according to my Garmin Forerunner 45. That's the watch I use. Pretty basic, but does the job. And my resting heart rate for yesterday was 51. The day before it was 52, the average over the day. And the day before was 53. So it's trending down again, which is brilliant. That's what I want to see. It shows I'm getting back to where I was prior. So I'm going to have to wolf breakfast down now. Not ideal. I was going to have it like an hour ago. But this ride today is going to be such a low intensity. It doesn't matter that I'm eating so close to it. I did promise Charlie I'd do the dishes this morning as well, and bring her a cup of tea. And I've still got like 28 minutes to eat breakfast, get changed, and get on the bike. Dishes done. 12 minutes left. Now just to make the tea. Bike's all set up, Zwift's ready. Killing it this morning. So far so good. I'm actually doing a structured interval session, but there's no high intensity. It's all me basically doing zone 2. And I thought I'd slip it in at the start of this group ride, the workout, because then at least I'll be able to drop back and ride with the group afterwards. And I'm also a lot fresher, obviously, at the start of the ride. It's going well. That went well. That's my longest ride in, what was it, 6 weeks. Took 2.5 hours to do 80k, which is about what it would take to do outside, to be honest. So I've been quite good recently at doing my glute activation exercises. They seem very silly, they seem very simple, and they seem like they don't do much, but to be honest, they burn. We used to do this Pilates once a week. When we were in Cardiff, when Charlie was in university, that was a great time. We did it with Kira, our friend, and it was a great class. I really want to start doing that again. But tomorrow's ride is going to be done a little bit differently. So instead of doing the whole 90 kilometers in one go, I'm going to be doing a double day. So I'm going to be doing 45k and 45k. It's mainly so that people on the other side of the world can ride with us, midday for them and evening for me.
Oh, on the stage. Well, I'd like to see you act. What are you in right now? I could brush up on my English or bring along an interpreter. That is, if they'd let in a movie.
Well, I'm not in a play right now, but I will be. I'm going to New York.
Alright guys, second half of the video. This is the part of the video I guess you've all been waiting for. This is the title of the video. I'm going to be taking you through some exercises I'm going to be using to test my mobility, my flexibility, and that sort of stuff. Now, you don't have to do the same exercises, or it really depends if you have your own techniques to achieve that. But what I'm trying to do is find like measurable movements that we can like time, write down somewhere, and then come back to in like, you know, a month's time or whatever. So I'm gonna run through a couple of them with Charlie. Charlie's gonna help me film them. And I haven't done a lot of these in a long time. But please don't give me any flack for it. You know, I'm just a human being like everybody else. Give me some encouragement so that I can work in it over the next month. Some exercises, by the way, that I've got given to me maybe 4 or 5 years ago when I used to go and see the doctors and the physios that were in charge of looking after us when we were on a professional team. So yeah, some of them are taken from them. Some of them are taken from like stuff that I've researched. Some are taken from Charlie as well. So some of them you recognise, some of them you might never have seen before. A little bit fun. That's the main thing. So let's do it. I need to get my hips over the edge of the chair. I'm really close to the chair now. You need to like sit on my legs basically.
Starting to drop.
52 seconds. Need to kind of judge. Right, this is going to be a calamitous fail now, this one. Right, ready? Shaking already. This is literally going to be seconds, because I remember the last time I did this was just like...
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Don't hold your breath. Nine seconds.
9 seconds.
You drop him.
$23 seconds. 30 seconds then. 29 seconds. 29 seconds for the left side. The way I did it there, where you're testing yourself over multiple planes, like it's not often used. But it's something fun, and it's also something that I can measure with time.
It's
so
easy for like average people to measure as well.
Yeah.
Like,
again, fully.
right, can you see yourself on the camera?
Yeah.
Right. You need to be 6 inches away from the wall.
Or I can use the tiles as reference.
Yeah. And you're going to put your hands at the 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock point on the wall above you. So this is looking at your thoracic extension. So we're looking at how much mobility you've got in your spine in this area here.
None is the answer.
So we're looking especially at extension because we spend most of our time hunched over phones, laptops and on bikes. So I want you to drop into a squat as far down as you can go. I want it, right, is that as far as you can go?
Without my hands going off the wall.
Okay, so a fail of this test is the hands coming off the wall or you tipping over backwards and falling on your backside. And Ed has failed because he hasn't got a 90-degree angle. He's kind of 80 to 85 degrees in his
You're being generous there. I can see myself in the...
I'm eyeballing it. I'm not getting my goniometer out.
So what we just did in the hallway, this will help stretch. Oh. That's the stretch, which feels really good, obviously. Strengthening. We used to do like band face pulls, but you'd pull.
So you want
like
your shoulders
that.
at 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Up. Face height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And you're pulling from the hands. You're not using your thumbs.
Yeah, you're not pulling like that. You're pulling. I can't show. I'm not in shot, but yeah, you're basically pulling like that.
Yeah.
Flipping heck, tired already.
Yeah. So we're checking how tight your abdominal
Which
muscles are.
spoiler alert, I am going to be, aren't I? As a cyclist.
Yeah.
If I'm like this, surely
Because you're in
my
a
arms are gonna be
shortened
tight.
position, and we don't fire. Our obliques don't fire very well in transverse then. Okay, so you want your hands underneath your shoulders.
Right.
Okay, and you're literally gonna push up off the floor, and you need to keep your hips flat on the floor and extend your elbows as much as you can. Okay, so your hips are lifting and your elbows are still bent.
Are they?
So, yeah. Come
So
up
at
again.
what point?
Extend. Extend.
Extend my back.
No, extend your elbows. 'Cause there. That's where your hips are lifting up off the floor.
So where my hip bone is there, so I'm assuming that's your reference point.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
but
the top of your pelvis is here.
hold on, and then I'll be able to feel it. There.
Cavity.
So would you say then that this, which is a yoga pose, is
and
a good stretch?
Pilates pose. Yeah, it's a really good stretch. This is a really good stretch for anybody who like runs or rides a bike.
That's a 2-in-1 now then.
Mm.
So we're looking for a better, well, we're basically, that's measurable there, isn't it? Because you're looking at how far I can get,
Extend.
how straight I can get my elbows.
If you wanted to regress it, you could put your arms out in front of you. So to build it up slowly, essentially, you'd put your arms out further in front of you to be able to get that extension. Can you see my hips are still on the floor? But my arms are further out in front of me.
Thomas test, right? The serious one.
Looking at your hip flexibility.
Serious one for cyclists.
This isn't ideal because the box isn't really high enough, but we're just working with what we've got. So lie on your back. You don't want an arch in the back, so bring your rib cage down. That's it. Okay, I want you to let's bend your left knee so that they can see what we're looking for. And normally you would just leave this foot to kind of dangle to see how much space there is between the leg and whatever you're lying on, and whether you're starting to arch your back to compensate. So I can see with Ed, you're actually holding your leg in a straight line. Now I'm getting you to engage your abs. But if you weren't engaging your abs, you start to abduct your leg, which means you've got tighter. If you were really, really badly tight, this leg would literally be up in the air. There would be space between you and the box.
Ah, got it. Right. Okay. So that's going to be our little test as well for that. We're going to be stretching it with the good old fashioned. You've seen this one. It's called the best stretch in the world. I think it's called the best stretch in the world. Mm-hmm. Some people call it the best stretch in the world, where you just get into a lunge and you lean forward. You tense your bum.
Tense your bum.
You suck in your belly button.
Lean over like a ballerina.
If it's not pulling enough, you get your arm up, and even just put my arm there makes it better.
Slightly bend your back flat and just drop your hands down towards the floor. Stop there. That's not horrific actually.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah,
my knees are bent, but...
Are you able to straighten your knees at all?
No, not from here.
Not from here.
Because at least this won't change. I can put my feet there. That is as far as I can get. Obviously I'm slightly wrong on my back, but that is about as far as I can get, so just past my kneecaps.
Okay, so do you want to show them the stretch to
The stretch, yeah.
help?
The anterior, posterior.
Yeah.
So when you put your your hips into anterior,
Yeah.
you are already kind of, if you imagine the hamstring insertion point,
Yeah. So
high up here, or up here rather, if you imagine that by doing that you're already stretching it from that area, yeah? That's probably an easy way of, so I'm going to go there, and I'm going to go there, and then like if I could get my chest to the wall it'd be brilliant, but I can't. So without losing that tilt, so do the other side.
yeah, you can do this in a chair.
This is the test and the stretch. See, this side won't go down.
Yeah, so you're tight because we know you're left leg dominant on the bike. Anyway.
No. Am I? It's only because I got a left-sided palm with there. So, there we have it. What do you think about that? Let us know in the comment section down below. We sound like a GCN video, only better. I hope... I don't know if that helped you at all. I mean, it doesn't have to. It's just to keep me accountable and to show you what I'm using as like stretching, strengthening, what I'm using for mobility over the next kind of month to reassess and retest. Right, let's just get the thumbnail now, Charles. I'll do a couple of poses. Need like a moustache, don't I?
Yeah.
Like
Who wants to live forever?
don't we get copyrighted? Freddie Mercury.
You do look like Freddie Mercury in concert with those braces on.
Right guys, if you like this video, Ed's doing a video every day in 2021, so make sure you head over, subscribe, like the channel, drink a cider, leave a comment. If you don't like the video, if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe!
That's it, he's blown huge sprint there, which I missed on camera, sorry.
Then